about where you can find other projects that we're working on. But
yeah, so this was my bad. After this one, I cut the brightness up because the lights were going down. You know,
it's getting later in the
day. The natural light was...
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure this is a standard, like, mono blue control.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's mono blue Eldrazi, I think.
Oh, okay. But it's just, like, all standard stuff. And then 8-Rack, if you guys are not familiar with the deck, basically relies on disrupting your opponent's hand, Inquisitions, Thoughtseize, things like that to strip away cards, Raven's Crime, and then you play the Rack, or Shrieking Affliction. Zirak, Shrieking Affliction, and your opponent takes damage based on the number of cards on their hand. The less cards they have in their hand, the more damage they take. So, the players are joining us shortly, I guess. Elrac. Oh, I see movement.
Yep.
There we go.
Derrockin.
Never mind. They got scared. They left. They didn't want to come over and play.
Hey, at least like all the videos started after. Did you start them like before you showed me? Normally at the end I'll just be like, boom, face, right in front of the camera, because of the way it was set up. Like the laptop was right underneath the camera. So I do appreciate that.
Yeah. Boom, face.
I mean, that's what it was. But stop shopping for cars. Look, I'm multitasking.
Let's stop shopping. Listen, we need these cards.
I
okay?
wouldn't have to do this if we had a better standard player.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't. Then what format would you play?
I wouldn't.
Right. Nobody plays standard. That's the thing. Nobody plays standard.
I don't know. This deck's pretty cool.
Good.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's why once I found that deck, I was like, all right, I think maybe we can get Brett a little bit more on board on playing standard.
I just want you to. I want everyone to know, watching right now, how much of a stand-up guy I am.
Yeah, like
I take a hit for the team.
He did.
every day of the week.
Without a doubt, Brett was like, there's this team event. I guess I'm going to be playing Standard then, because you're going to play Modern, and none of us are going to play Legacy.
Yep. I know how this was working out. I can come play Standard for you if you need. Just kick Nan.
Oh, no.
Hold up. A lot of people stand. Well, I guess I started this really early.
I don't want to, I kind of want to jump ahead, but I don't want to jump ahead because there's no way to know if I jump too far. But it's been almost 4 minutes and nobody's shown up.
Alright, everyone divert your eyes.
You did it!
You guys,
5 minutes.
You guys,
our first player showing up.
You guys come here often?
Oh, look at this. Nice handshakes going on.
Yeah, they were very friendly up there.
It's nice. It's a nice change. But I think
it's a nice change of pace from what we're normally used to.
It's cutthroat.
Common kung fu.
Play for keeps. No, the players will shake hands, but I think it's so used to playing against people that we don't sit down and immediately shake someone's hand.
Right.
Even at regular events, I don't think I do that either. If I go and sit down, oh, hi, I'm Nan. I'll introduce myself. Are you Brett, my opponent? I'm like, no, I'm Steve. Oh, crap, I'm in the wrong seat. You know, but
if you sat down in front of me, I would ignore you. I just want you to know that.
Thanks. But like, you know, I'm a big fan of extending the hand when you lose.
Sure.
Don't like the winner extending their hand when they win.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like that seems kind of rude, dude, to me. Now, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on the handshaking aspect of it. Everybody has their own ideas and their own, you know, way of playing it. I don't always extend my hand though when I lose. Sometimes if I lost from my own deck or something like that, then I just get mad at myself or mad at my deck.
I think you should just get mad at Magic the Gathering Online.
Oh, I get so
From
pissed.
now on.
I get so pissed at Magic Online. And that's why we found somebody else to do that, because I would get so angry trying to do that. Super secret projects, guys, in the works. The Aether Works.
Oh, Angel Works.
Angel Works.
Here's a...
Smallpox. Lose a land, sack a creature, discard a card, lose a life. For everybody.
Does not discriminate.
Nice guy. He even like, here, you know what? Don't strain your eyes. It's kind of dark in here. Let me put this close to you so you can see. If my opponent's an asshole, I don't shake their hand. Even if you win.
What do you think of those basics?
Actually, that was going to be my next. We got like a full art and then a not full art.
Listen,
full arts on this
guys,
side.
maybe they put it together like right before the tournament. You know,
What is this? Counter that? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's.
No, it didn't counter it.
Oh,
because it's still resolved. What just happened? Oh, that's what he was discarding. Ah, okay.
19 all.
And he got rid of his full art. Interesting.
Well, it's so that his lands can match. You guys were making him really, really self-conscious.
Ooh, nice. Wrench Mine. Discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact.
I do like that card.
I do too, except for when you play against Affinity.
Yeah, it's not
And you
great.
go real sad and go, oh, dang it.
Alright, let's go to game 2.
Actually, the rack, and 8 rack decks don't do too bad against Affinity. It's very racy, like, with how explosive of starts they have. Because they dump their hand, just like against, like, Burn or something like that. They dump their hand, so they're going to be taking a lot of damage. But if you don't have ways to mitigate some of that with, like, a Liliana to have them sack stuff, or Mutavaults to block with, then it becomes very difficult. Or if they get, like, a Vault Scourge, then you're just like, I'll enter Scoop Phase.
This was fun.
This was fun. Let's do this again. Speaking of Liliana, and that's going to get countered. Are these feature matches based on record?
No, these were all randomized.
Cool. Try to showcase as many different players as possible.
Yep.
Ah, Funeral Charm. Please discard a card from your hand and
Shrieking Affliction.
use Shrieking Affliction. And I believe there's no cards in hand.
Ooh, sadness.
So that's going to be 3 damage during that upkeep. Pass turn. Takes 3. Activate Mutavault. Bring in the beats for 2 more. I like the 8 rack deck.
I know you do.
Takes 3. Goes down to 11. Now that there's 2 cards in hands, he will not be taking damage though, based on Shrieking Affliction. The rack though, he will take 1 point of damage. because he's only got 2 cards in hand. Ooh, never mind. Liliana's gonna make people discard. Uptick. Bum ba ba. Alright. 3, 4, 5 damage.
I'm very happy that you can basically make out all these cards. Thoughtseize.
Oh, 2 lands, but he also loses 2 life. Yeah, that's another aspect of playing so many different decks in Modern, that a lot of the cards we've started to learn over this period, and like the Rack deck is not something that you see placing highly at like large Modern events, but if you're going to be playing at, you know, qualifiers, even the open circuit, you're bound to see this deck, so you should know a little bit about it. So going into game 2, and I don't think we're gonna see much help right now from our standard control player. I don't think there's many things floating around in standard that's going to help him, like, stay alive against all this disruption and discard. All right. Finishing up with the sideboards. I don't know what else our 8-rack player might have that they could bring in against this deck. Maybe some surgicals or something like that. I don't know. Because the dismembers aren't really where you want to be based on what you saw out of your opponent. I mean, it's fine to keep like 1 or 2 in just in case.
Sure.
But you might not even need to keep all those because you have smallpox and stuff like that to have them sack creatures.
I think this mono blue control deck is it's one of those, if it works, it works. I've kind of peered over his shoulder. I remember now. Kind of peered over his shoulder, and things were definitely going in his favor at a different match.
Okay.
During a different round.
So if he can get this, but I mean, a lot of control decks are based on having all this stuff built up in your hand.
True. And
you're tapping out during your opponent's turn, interacting with the stuff that they're casting.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not able to build up any cards in your hand, it's very difficult for you to be able to play the game that you want to play. Ingest. Dude. So he's got, yeah, like you were talking about, some Eldrazi's in there. Oh, already playing the Rack to start things out. That's a great turn one.
That's a fine turn 1 play.
Ooh.
Lets you know exactly what he's about.
I think it deals 1 damage, that guy does.
Yeah.
Ingest trigger. Exile. Oh, that would have been nice. Hey, smallpox. Everybody loses life. Everybody sacks a creature. Everybody discards a card. Sacks a land.
Oh, that hurts. That smallpox was well timed.
Mm-hmm. Ingest away a Liliana, that's nice.
Here comes a Thoughtseize. Gonna take 2 damage.
Oh, so it's basically going to be an Eldrazi ingest / control shell is what he's working on here, which is cool, like doing something different. And double checking through all the cards, making sure he makes the right choice on what he takes away. Yep, and I'll get rid of your counterspell here. Even though you're quite a few mana away from it, just getting rid of that seems like the safe bet. Urborg. And Shrieking Affliction will not be going off. Oh, okay. That is the 2/1 guy. If you have no cards in your hand, you can draw a card, lose a life.
From Shadows.
Yes, and it's got the madness cost for 2.
Yeah. We talked about running that in our 8-rack deck.
Yeah, we had 2 in the sideboard.
In the side.
By the end of it, because it was a nice addition to add in there. Because like you can sit there and say, okay, uptick Liliana, pay 2, cast it with its madness cost as I discard it.
Right. Oh, is it the Benthic Infiltrator? I think that's what that card's called.
Asylum Visitor.
There it is.
Thank you, Biscuit.
It's gonna be 3 damage coming in.
2. 3? Oh, he's a 3/1?
Yeah.
I thought he was a 2/1. Even better. And we got some trigger off the rack. We'll just say he's at 14. And we'll say he's at 15. Ingest. Again, that would have been a nice one to have, but... Oh, there's a Dismember losing a lot. 3! Hashtag man is wrong! Say he's down to 11.
Liliana the Veil. Sure. Uptick. Make you discard a card.
Yeah, the opting to have him discard is more important than having him sack a creature here. With both Shrieking Affliction and the rack out, you want to start chipping away at the number of cards that he's got in his hand.
Looks like he's gonna take how many cards in hand?
2, I believe.
Okay.
It's like he's down less than.
So it would be 2 and just 2. If he's got 2 cards in hand.
Oh no, he had 1 card in hand.
Okay,
he
so then he's
just
down,
drew his second card.
He's down to 5, which will put him at.
Yep, and that'll do it. 8 rack showing the.
I mean, it's just a
power of disruption.
Yeah, it's a really tough matchup, I think, for the mono blue control player.
Yeah,
I understand what he's trying to do. That just seems like a really tough matchup for him, having to run into all that discard because you want to keep all the cards that are in your hand.
Yeah,
and kind of utilize them to their benefit.
Right.
So.
But cool to see some variety of decks. Now, we've just finished up round 4, so there are 3 more rounds to go.
There's 3 more, and there's actually 1 left of the before the top 8. So if you want to just go ahead and do the 5th one, then we can
do our separation, discussion, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Right, let's go round number 5, guys.
See?